Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead, August 26th to September 1st, 2019. This is going to be for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. So, Sagittarius, your theme in the week ahead, first off, is you got insecurity. Okay, this is what you're dealing with in the week ahead. So, you could be experiencing some anxiety or feeling ungrounded. There may be issues around your security or your stability with your money and finances or what you're dealing with or doing in your world. But also, there could be something that's the heart of the matter to you. You may be feeling insecure about yourself or insecure about a connection or relationship that you may be in that's significant to you. But there's a focus on you needing to look at how to overcome your insecurity and address it and confront it. Perhaps there may be insecurity in the ability to do that as well. But you see that there's the devil here, right? There's like a devil here. So, um, with the devil there, you could be dealing with where you could feel threatened or you may feel uncomfortable. With the devil energy here, you may be needing to face some fears that you're dealing with, or you may be struggling to face some fears that you're dealing with insecurity here. So let's take a look at what's going on with this for you, Sagittarius. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for taking your time to spend your time here with me. Okay. So let's get into this. Spirit, what do Sagittarius need to know about insecurity August 26th to September 1st, 2019? What does Sagittarius need to know about insecurity, please? What is in the recent past for Sagittarius? Where is Sagittarius at in the present? What is in the future for Sagittarius? What is Sagittarius' attitude, mindset towards the situation? What is Sagittarius' concern? What is Sagittarius' obstacle, challenge? What is Sagittarius' likely outcome that can also act as advice? And from the bottom of the deck, Spirit, what is the overall energy surrounding Sagittarius that is the focus? Thank you, thank you, thank you for clear and accurate messages for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Okay, Sagittarius, that feels good. Let's get into it. This is how we do every day, all day. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. So, with the Fool being your overall energy and focus, first of all, you could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries or have this energy in your chart. But with the Fool as your focus, you may be trying to be careful. You may be wanting something to go in a new direction. With the Fool here, you may be concerned about the recklessness or trying to avoid being reckless. You may be, with the Fool here, trying to be more responsible. You may be trying to gain more wisdom or not be oblivious in a situation. Or you could be dealing with, trying to, it's like, with this Fool here, you could be lacking some optimism in a significant connection or relationship or with what you're dealing with because the Fool is in reverse. When you may be focused on how to take care of something, what's underneath that is the Emperor, and it's in reverse. So you may be having trouble managing something. Something could be out of control, or you could be dealing with a masculine energy or a male figure that could be either your father or grandfather, or it could be your significant other. And you may be feeling like this person is out of balance with you. You may be feeling like this person may not be taking responsibility. You may be feeling like this person is too rigid and inflexible or controlling. Or this could be you, where you may be feeling out of control, or you may be having trouble managing something, or you may be in overprotective mode. Perhaps you might be obsessing over something. You may feel that someone has lack of feeling or compassion towards you or what you're dealing with or trying to do, or this could be you. With the Emperor here, you know, you could be lacking motivation, or something seems irrational to you, or you may feel like someone needs to take responsibility, or this may be you trying to take more responsibility with this energy here. But there's something that you feel that there's a lack of control around, a lack of organization, perhaps even a lack of protectiveness. Now, in the recent past, you got this Page of Cups is in the upright. What's interesting here is that there's 3 fucking people in this image. So I feel like with this Page of Cups, in the recent past, there may have been some news or heartfelt news or communication that transpired between 3 people or more than yourself in the recent past. And I feel like it's because in the recent past, you may not have gotten the receptivity that you wanted, or the compassion, or there was an issue around compassion or extending love or receiving love. It was like an issue with love, right? Or, something new needed to happen with love, or in the recent past, there's just something going on where you may have felt deprived, or someone or it could be 2 people who felt deprived in the situation, because this person drinking everything, right? You may not have felt that you were receiving what you wanted in the situation, and who you were dealing with or who it involved, somebody else felt the same way. Now, you may have been at odds or at differences between yourself and the significant other, or someone that you're connected to. But this is about, getting heart-centered, okay, and taking the initiative to get heart-centered. Because I feel like you didn't feel, it's like there could have, there's like an issue with, because in the background is 2 dolphins. So I feel like this is to do with a relationship. This is to do with a relationship. Now, I do remember, Sagittarius, in your last reading for the week before, there was issues around needing understanding. And I feel in the recent past that was being addressed. The need for understanding, because you may have felt like somebody was just taking everything, or you just weren't receiving what you needed here, or something new needed to happen because the love was being depleted or consumed. But there's like a lack of even distribution here, or a lack of compassion, or a lack of understanding. And I feel like this was communicated in the recent past by you, but also by someone else that you were dealing with or you're connected to. And this may have been something that was going on between each other. Now, if that isn't it, you just could have simply gotten some news in the recent past. Some news that I feel whatever new was supposed to be offered or extended, that didn't quite happen. Because again, I'm still being drawn to that this person has the cup and is drinking everything, and they look thirsty, right? They look thirsty as fuck, like they like, please, extend the cup to me. Okay, so there was a lack of extending love. Someone may have in the recent past been oblivious that there was a problem with love or extending love, or how they were giving love. It's like someone wasn't aware that you weren't being replenished, and someone felt like someone took it all, took everything, or was taking everything, or was getting everything, and someone wasn't getting in the situation, or getting enough of something, or you were getting very little. But I feel like it's not just you that felt like this, somebody else felt like this too. Or this is concerning a dynamic where there was three people around this. Now at present you have Judgment and in reverse. Okay? So with Judgment in reverse, there may have been a lack of judgment or poor decision, or at present there may be problems with getting results, or perhaps something isn't finalized yet. But also with Judgment here at present, that you could be experiencing some remorse or regret or delays, or you may be needing to at present get some sort of new perception, or there may be a lack of gaining a new perception here. But it's like either somebody didn't rise to the call, or somebody didn't liberate themselves, or perhaps you decided not to liberate or not to break free. Maybe there was a point where you were ready to walk out and leave. But at present, there's an issue with trying to resurrect something. Spirit, you know what? Let's just take a look at that. Spirit, tell me more about this Page of Cups for Sagittarius. Tell me more about this Page of Cups, please. Thank you. Okay. So you have the Hangman in reverse. So in the recent past, there may have been some healing to something that needed healing, some healing wasn't happening because either someone wasn't recognizing or couldn't see or couldn't get it. But in the recent past, I feel like this was addressed. And as a result of it being addressed in the recent past, you're no longer feeling stuck because this Hangman is in the reverse. You had a chance to release some things or express yourself, or, pour your emotions out. With this Hangman here, you're coming out of stagnation as a result. Something that was stuck and not moving. There may have been a sacrifice made, or someone surrendered, or this communication was needed. This healing was needed because you felt caged by the situation, or unable to see movement with it or see the alternatives. And with it in reverse, I feel like this is you coming out of that situation because some alternatives are being reached in the recent past. What's underneath that hangman is you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're able to move on to calmer waters and get more peace of mind around something that you were experiencing conflict or perhaps dispute with someone else or others. And it was because there was a lack of understanding that shit wasn't getting healed, even if somebody thought it was. Or that there was some thinking around this or feeling around this that someone wasn't being compassionate or considerate of others and only of themselves, or that someone was getting a cup extended and someone else felt like they weren't given anything or enough. And but you're coming out of that in the recent past because that was addressed or it was brought up. And I feel like this was you coming out of this holding pattern because you may have been able to reach some alternatives. Spirit, tell me more about the Judgment in reverse. You may have been able to reach a new emotional understanding or get more or have some creative approach to this. For others of you, this may be in the recent past a creative project that involved you and others that you may have experienced some stagnation around and that it needed to be addressed, and maybe some news or message came in that allowed you to no longer be stuck in a situation where you may have felt a little thirsty or somebody felt thirsty. Spirit, tell me more about Judgment in reverse. Thank you. Okay, with Judgment in reverse, you have the Sun in reverse. So at present, there may be a lack of clarity. Okay. With the Sun in reverse, even though the Sun is in reverse, things are still kind of positive, right? But it's like there may be a delay in reaping the rewards, or with the Sun in reverse, the opportunities may not be to what you would have wanted, or there may be a delay in getting contentment or fulfillment with something. With the Sun in reverse, for some of you, I'm hearing that there's issues with your energy, and there may be a need for you to work on rebuilding your energy, perhaps getting some rest. But with the Judgment in reverse and the Sun in reverse, it's like you're not able to liberate yourself from something. You may not have been able to quite rise to the call with something because there was a lack of clarity. Underneath this, you do have the Three of Cups. So this is involving a three-party situation or significant event or some sort of occasion. With this Three of Cups, where you may have had some sort of celebration, or you were focusing on trying to get cooperation and support within a dynamic that you were involved or dealing with, where you felt like at present with Judgment in reverse that it's like you're not quite getting the results that you want. Yeah, it's like you're not quite getting the results that you want here. But what you want to have some sort of achievement or satisfaction or cooperation with at present. Because with Judgment and the Sun, something, if this is dealing with someone having authority to make a decision, someone or something may have been decided that was not in your favor, and you may not be happy about it. Or you could have been deciding something that you weren't happy with. It's weird with that Judgment in reverse. There's a problem with rising to the call. There's a problem with liberating yourself, and there could be a problem with decision making because of the lack of clarity, the lack of a positive outcome, the lack of a breakthrough. Spirit, tell me, I'm about to say, tell me more about the moon. We didn't even talk about the fucking moon. Sorry, Sagittarius. In the future, you have the moon. So at present, with the moon here, I gotta go back to at present. I feel like Sagittarius, it's possible that you are not making good decisions here. You might have not made a good decision or not gotten the desired result around something, or there may be a problem with the ability to get a second chance or to renew something because if there's a lack of clarity or opportunity or lack of success. And so in the future, you have the moon. So with the moon here, all may not be revealed. Something may be hidden to you with the moon. You could be experiencing a lot of feelings and emotions, or something could be fluctuating in an extreme way. There could be some deception or betrayal here. But also with the moon here, there could be some uneasiness, fears, or doubts, uncertainty, or something could be a mystery to you with the moon. Spirit, tell me more about the moon for Sagittarius. And this is in the future, Sagittarius. Your intuition could be off here. Spirit, tell me more about the moon for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. The High Priestess. So you could be following your intuition with the moon and the High Priestess here. You could be following your intuition or needing to follow your intuition. At the bottom is the Six of Pentacles. So this is around needing to balance things, or this may be you gaining in the future wisdom and enlightenment on how to balance something because the Six of Pentacles is upright. So you're focusing on having success with reciprocity. I feel that in the future, things perhaps for some of you have come to light because some wisdom has been brought into the situation with the High Priestess, but also perhaps because you followed your intuition to address the things that were hidden or not being dealt with or not being seen or recognized by someone else. And perhaps this realization may have happened or will happen for you as well in the future with someone you're dealing with. Now with the High Priestess, this is talking about having wisdom, receptivity. With the High Priestess, this is about gaining enlightenment. Perhaps receiving validation around something. So it's like in the future, you achieve some balance here or reciprocity or things, more of a focus on things becoming more even in the give and take. This could be involving your money and finances. But it's like you're following your intuition or you are focusing on the wisdom in the situation. I'm noticing that there's a baby here. So there's something that's delicate, something that your heart is a heart of the matter for you. So I feel like Sagittarius, it's like with the moon here, okay, this is what I'm seeing. It's like in the future, there's light shed because you spoke up or who you were dealing with spoke up, right? There's light shed on the situation where things were only seen in part or things were hidden to you. Maybe things were hidden for another concerning you. But it's like now there's some wisdom brought into the situation because it's a delicate matter. It was the heart of the matter where something needed to be given more care and I'm about to say consideration and consideration to gain more knowledge and understanding in order to address the huge emotions and feelings that was behind it for you and for who you were dealing with. And now it's like with the high priestess, you are focusing, or who you're dealing with, the both, or who all is involved, is focused on providing the care, the receptivity, because there's more knowledge here. There's more knowledge and understanding. And so I feel in the future it's like you gain clarity where the ability to have reciprocity is more successful, more even. And if this is about your money and finances or with work, this is about you focusing on creating more success and stability in your resources or with what you're doing by you addressing and taking more care and being more receptive to be aware, to try to see everything clearly and not have anything hidden to you in the future. Now where you're at is you do have this Nine of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords, this is you having some concerns, some worries and fears. The question is, are these worries and concerns real or perceived? So for some of you in the future, there is some worry with your stability and security. There could be issues around obligation. With this moon here, something may fluctuate in an extreme way. That you don't recognize or realize or consider. But, you know, I also feel like something fluctuates in an extreme way for you in the future where you have some concern or worries because you will focus on the needs of a child. And so your concern is this Ten of Swords. So you may be concerned about ruin, about having complications or mental anguish or the ability to be able to bring something to an end or to avoid ruin. Well, you may be concerned about any difficulties that could come about. Because yeah, it's like I'm also hearing that it's like in the present you made some decisions and it's like whatever decision you make, it might not have been the proper judgment call because you may be lacking clarity. Or you have trouble rising to the call in the situation because there may be issues around your ability to have opportunities. But it's like for some of you, if that is the case at present, something still works out for you where you're able to perhaps receive a gift or some help that is beneficial at a time that you're experiencing some struggle. or issues with your ability to get the results that you want. And so in the future, though, for some of you, you're going to be in your feelings and emotions because you're trying to have wisdom in the situation with something that you have a concern or fear towards. And that fear and concern is around the ability to have balance with your resources, your money, your circumstances, or balance in give and take. And so you could be in a little bit of fear. But I feel that it's, in terms of your attitude and mentality, it may just be more of a concern or insecurity you're experiencing around it, because you're concerned about whether or not you're going to experience ruin. You may even be worried about whether or not you'll be stabbed in the back or betrayed. And so your challenge here is this Knight of Wands, and it's in reverse. So the challenge here, or obstacle that you're dealing with, is how to take action, swift action, to have movement with something. But you also could have the challenge or obstacle that you could be in and out on something, or somebody could be back and forth with you. Something may not be secure or stable. Something may be unstable or sporadic that's happening with your actions or with what you're trying to do. It's like there may be issues with the ability to commit to your actions, or someone committing to their actions. But also the obstacle or challenge could be with this Knight of Wands is that you could be struggling with this energy where you could be being impulsive or reckless, or you may be struggling with the ability with being able to take actions that avoid you doing anything reckless, impulsive, or doesn't allow you to have the movement that you want. And so your likely outcome here is the Hermit. With this Hermit, you could be dealing with a Virgo or have this energy in your chart. But with the Hermit here, Sagittarius, this is about you seeking answers, looking for solutions, going within. Could be focusing on how to deal with any hostilities in your life. With the Hermit here, you're contemplating and deliberating and trying to gain insight, reevaluating your goals, addressing any fear or paranoia, or any issues around any potential loneliness or rejection that could be around this for you. Or making sure that you're not deceived here. But with the Hermit, here's your outcome. The advice with the Hermit is for you to take a step back, remove the distractions, and focus on examining the situation to figure out what the solution needs to be, or what solutions you can find. Spirit, tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Thank you. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Chariot. So you could be concerned about having victory or overcoming your obstacles or having forward movement. You could be concerned with travel or your means of transportation. You could be concerned about whether or not you can steer something a certain way, because underneath that you do have the Three of Wands. So there may be issues about your plans moving forward, or you trying to have things come together. You may be concerned about that. There could be a delay in seeing your ships come in. And so you're concerned about whether or not you'll get the victory, or whether or not you can overcome something and see forward movement and see progress with your plans. Spirit, tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Thank you. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you might be concerned about something not working, or something that could have been working all of a sudden isn't working anymore, or how to get something to work. Or with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, there could be a problem with something that you're crafting, or that you are trying to build and have success with building, because it's at an 8. You could be concerned whether or not all of your hard work is coming to an end, or if all of your hard work is going to be ruined. Or you could be concerned about whether or not something will work that allows you to avoid ruin. Or there could be concerns with something you're trying to get to work, and there's complications, like if you're going to keep having complications with it. Now here you see money. So this is, money is a big factor for you, Sagittarius, for some of you. So you may be concerned about how to build your money, maybe having trouble with building your money. What's underneath that is the Two of Pentacles. So there's a struggle with your ability to balance something, to change it, to adjust or adapt to it. And for it to work. Or you may be concerned that something may stop working because something becomes out of balance, or you're not able to adapt or change it. Spirit, tell me more about this Knight of Wands in reverse. That is the challenge for Sagittarius. Let's use this deck. Tell me more about the Sagittarius. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands in reverse. That is the challenge. What is this challenge of the Knight of Wands in reverse, please? Show me. Thank you. Ooh. So you got the Hangman. So the obstacle may be your ability to take action, swift action, and have something move forward quickly, because something may be stuck, or you could have hung yourself because of your actions, Sagittarius, so to speak. Or something chokes or gets stalled. That could be the challenge, is how to avoid getting stuck. This is about avoiding getting stuck and trying to come up with the alternatives, but making sure you're not being too hasty and too impulsive or reckless trying to do it. What's underneath that is the Page of Pentacles. So there may be an issue around money. You could be losing money here, or something could be causing, you could be feeling sick, or something is ill or needs to be healed here around your resource. Or you may not be able to gain a resource. There's trouble gaining a resource because it's like, and there's also, I feel like there's something you're pouring money into because you want to gain. But it's like it's making you sick. For some of you, you may not have learned your lesson, and you're repeating the lesson. But I feel like Sagittarius, for some of you, it's like you may have hung yourself up with something. Whether or not something's going to stay stagnant or end up stagnant or stuck. Spirit, tell me more about the Hermit, please, for Sagittarius. Tell me more about the Hermit. Thank you. With the Hermit, you have the Star in reverse. Ooh, so there's something you got to see how to heal. There's something that's lacking here. Something has to be secured. Something isn't stable. For some of you, it's matters of the heart. For others of you, it's around your money. It's for others of you, it's around your creative project. And there's a need for you to do some introspection, to go within, to analyze, to evaluate the situation because something needs healing, or there's a problem with a wish of yours. For some of you, you have an issue with somebody you're dealing with who's an Aquarius. What's underneath that is the Knight of Cups. So this is you trying to focus on how to seize an opportunity or offer in order to heal something that needs healing. So be careful not to be foolish here, Sagittarius, or irresponsible. I feel like there's an air of irresponsibility here that contributes to your insecurity, whether this is in a connection or with money or with business or a creative project. Spirit, what is the guidance for Sagittarius? What is the guidance for Sagittarius, please? August 26th to September 1st, 2019. What is the guidance, please, for Sagittarius? August 26th to September 1st, 2019. What is the guidance, please, for Sagittarius? Can we please have guidance for Sagittarius? August 26th to September 1st, 2019, with the energies that Sagittarius will be in the week ahead, as it has to do with insecurity. What is the guidance, please? Can we have guidance, please, for Sagittarius? Clear out the debris. That is your guidance. Engage in psychic cleansing. How much debris do you carry in your energy field? Debris is generated by irritation, stress, unfinished business, and mental and emotional toxin. It's distracting and disempowering to the healing process. Your goal here is to release any unnecessary thoughts and emotions that you're experiencing in your week ahead. Clear out the debris of what's going on in your mind and with what you're dealing with, because your doubts, your fears, your worries, and your concerns is causing insecurity and could be even causing whatever you're focusing on to become even more unstable. And even in you. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.